Shadows in the night, a shooting in Chaozhou. The air crackled with tension. It was October 2024 in the city of Chaozhou. Gunshots pierced the night. 3 lives were lost, 6 more forever scarred. A manhunt began. The suspect, Lin Zhonghong, 40 years old, vanished into the shadows. The authorities offered a reward, 100,000 yuan, a king's ransom for information. This was not a random act. This was a glimpse into the dark underbelly of China's nightlife. The shooting, whispers suggested, was no ordinary crime. It was about gambling, a dangerous game played in the shadows. Chaozhou, like many cities, had its secrets. Behind the neon lights and bustling streets, a different world thrived. A world of risk where fortunes were won and lost on the turn of a card, the roll of a dice. This was the world Lin Zhonghong knew. This incident, a bloody exclamation mark, served as a stark reminder. China's nightlife, often seen as a vibrant tapestry of entertainment and escape, held within its folds a darker reality. A reality where the lines between pleasure and peril blurred, and where the cost of a night out could be far greater than anyone anticipated. The Gambler's Dice, a risky game. Gambling in China, a paradox, forbidden yet pervasive, illegal yet indulged in. It thrived in the shadows, a constant whisper beneath the surface. In rural villages and bustling cities, the allure of quick riches proved irresistible. Mahjong tables clattered, cards were dealt with practiced ease. Underground dens, hidden in plain sight, drew in crowds. For some, it was a harmless pastime, a way to unwind and socialize. For others, it was an insidious trap, a descent into addiction and despair. The government's stance was clear. Gambling was a societal ill. It bred corruption, fueled crime, and destroyed families. Yet despite crackdowns and campaigns, the gambler's spirit endured. Like a weed pushing through concrete, it found a way. The reasons were complex. Poverty played a role, the desperate hope for a way out. Social pressure, the need to keep up appearances, drove some to the tables. And then there was the thrill, the addictive rush of winning that kept them coming back for more. Forbidden firearms, guns in the shadows. China, a nation with strict gun control, owning a firearm, nearly impossible for ordinary citizens. The law was a wall, built to keep firearms out of reach. 7 years in prison awaited those who dared to cross that line. This made the Chaozhou shooting all the more shocking. Where did Lin Zhonghong, the suspect, obtain a gun? The answer was a whisper, spoken in hushed tones: the black market. Like a venomous serpent, the illegal arms trade slithered beneath the surface. Smuggled weapons, stolen from factories, found their way into the wrong hands. And in the world of underground gambling, where tensions ran high and stakes were even higher, guns became tools of intimidation, of power. The government's efforts to curb gun violence had yielded results. Over the years, incidents had decreased. But the Chaozhou shooting served as a stark reminder. The shadows were long, and even the strictest laws couldn't completely eradicate the darkness. Section 4. High stakes, deadly consequences. The Chaozhou incident wasn't an isolated case, it was a symptom, a festering wound revealing a deeper malaise. Across China, stories of gambling-related violence surfaced with alarming regularity. In March 2024, a police officer faced the ultimate punishment: death. His crime? Murder, fueled by a gambling feud. The very people entrusted to uphold the law succumbing to the allure of the game, the intoxicating power it offered. Months later, in July 2024, another scandal rocked the nation. The vice president of a social media giant, a man accustomed to the trappings of wealth and power, fell from grace. His transgression? Organizing illicit poker games, a playground for the rich and influential. These incidents, splashed across newspapers and whispered in hushed tones, highlighted a disturbing truth. Gambling, with its seductive promise of wealth and its inherent risks, had permeated all levels of society. It was a cancer, eating away at the fabric of communities. Section 5. City lights, dark desires. China's cities pulsating with energy. Skyscrapers pierced the sky, monuments to ambition and progress. The streets throbbed with life, a symphony of noise and light. But beneath the glittering facade, a different story unfolded. The relentless pace of urban life took its toll. People, caught in the rat race, sought solace in the embrace of the night. Nightclubs, with their pulsating music and intoxicating drinks, offered a temporary escape. For a few precious hours, worries could be forgotten, anxieties numbed. But this escape came at a price. The nightlife scene, while alluring, was also a breeding ground for temptation. Alcohol flowed freely. loosening inhibitions and blurring judgment. Drugs, whispered to be readily available, offered a more intense form of oblivion. For some, the allure proved too strong. They stumbled into a world of addiction, their lives spiraling out of control. The city lights, once symbols of hope and opportunity, became beacons of despair. Section 6, the party line, control and censorship. China's government, ever watchful, ever present. Its control extended to all aspects of life, including the nightlife scene. The Communist Party, the guiding hand of the nation, sought to maintain order, to prevent chaos. Censorship was their tool, wielded with precision. Music, deemed too subversive, was banned from clubs. Artists, known for their dissenting views, found themselves blacklisted. The message was clear: toe the line or face the consequences. For nightclub owners, it was a delicate dance. They had to appease the authorities while catering to the desires of their patrons. Push the boundaries too far and risk closure. Play it too safe and lose their audience. This control, while intended to maintain stability, had its critics. They argued that it stifled creativity, that it prevented genuine artistic expression. They longed for a day when the night could truly come alive, free from the watchful eyes of the state. Section 7. A glimmer of hope, navigating the night. The shadows of China's nightlife were long, but amidst the darkness, glimmers of hope remained. The government, recognizing the need for balance, had begun to ease its grip on certain aspects of entertainment. New regulations aimed at curbing illegal activities while fostering a vibrant nightlife scene were being implemented. The focus was shifting from outright control to responsible management. Nightclubs were encouraged to promote responsible drinking, to provide safe spaces for patrons. Education and awareness campaigns targeted the youth, warning them of the dangers of gambling and addiction. Hotlines offered support to those struggling with these issues, providing a lifeline in times of despair. The road ahead was long, fraught with challenges, but there was a sense, however faint, that change was in the air. Perhaps one day, China's nightlife could truly live up to its potential, a space for enjoyment, for release, without the looming threat of danger. A place where the shadows receded and the lights shone brightly on a future filled with promise.